During a surprise inspection, the trainer found a loaf of bread hidden in the man's locker. This enraged him, and he implemented a new rule. Now, if the man made even the slightest mistake, the entire team would be punished. The trainer then forced the bread into his mouth and ordered the rest of the soldiers to lie down on the floor and do push-ups. But this was just the beginning. Finally, during training, the man made a small mistake. The trainer, without thinking, slapped him, and for the mistake of one, everyone was punished. This filled the soldiers with anger. Why should they all suffer for one man's mistake? They decided to vent their anger on the man. While he was fast asleep, the remaining soldiers wrapped bars of soap in towels and twisted them tightly. This method was extremely painful, but it left no marks on the body. They all gathered around his bed. First, they suffocated him with a blanket, then gagged him, and began brutally beating him with the twisted towels. His screams echoed throughout the camp, but no one came to his rescue. David, his only friend, couldn't resist. He dealt the most blows. The man's screams rang out for a long time. After this, he was no longer the same person. His smile vanished. A fire of revenge burned within him. He silently began preparing. He put in more effort than ever before. Now every shot hit the target accurately. He began wielding his weapon as if he had been practicing it for a long time. He must have been. The sergeant was astonished by all this. He had always considered him useless, weak, clumsy, and a laughingstock. He couldn't even jump the smallest obstacle. He needed help even when running. He repeatedly made mistakes in weapons training. The sergeant had been very upset with him before. He would often annoy him over small mistakes, and sometimes even threaten him, yet he couldn't understand anything. But after that beating, the man's nature completely changed. One day, David was on guard duty. Suddenly, he heard some strange noises coming from the bathroom. As he opened the door, he was startled. The man was sitting on the toilet seat, loading his rifle with bullets. A terrifying smile was on his face. David tried to reason with him, saying, "Have you gone mad? Stop, or we'll all be punished." But the man wouldn't listen. He suddenly stood up and began shouting training commands loudly. He began performing all the drill steps, and his voice echoed throughout the camp. The sergeant came in, cursing. David said softly, "Sir, the gun is loaded." The sergeant's face immediately fell. He tried to calmly reassure him. "Look, son, put the gun down." But the man didn't even look at him. The sergeant couldn't take it. He returned to his usual rage and began abusing him. But he wasn't the same man who could tolerate abuse anymore. He stepped forward silently and immediately pulled the trigger. The bullet hit him directly in the chest, wounding him.